Hey guys, Lawrence Burchett with Reality's Edge. So, I'd like to say thank you for everybody viewing the videos, and I'd like to thank everybody for the support and the few comments that I'm getting. I really appreciate it. Appreciate the thumbs ups and all the subscribers. We're hitting the 74 mark now for subscribers. Once we hit the 100 mark, we're going to go ahead and start the live stream films. Real quick, before we get started with part 2 of Helltown, I would like to go ahead and, invite everybody to hit the thumbs up if you like the videos. It really helps with the algorithm, helps get us out there more. And subscribe. If you've watched the videos and you like them, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell, to get notified every time a new video comes out. I really appreciate all the support, and we'll just keep doing it. We're having fun. And hopefully we keep having some fun. So here we go. Since part 1 was released, I've done a lot of research, and I really can't find a whole lot of information other than just, things where people have, there's a documentary that come out. I think we spoke about it. It was on Destination America a couple of years back, and then it also went to the Travel Channel. Also, there was a movie made called June 9th, and it was a movie about a fictitious group of kids called the Boston Mills Five. And once again, it's fictitious. I cannot really find a whole lot of information other than the government did enforce eminent domain to take back the land to make or to add it to the Cuyahoga Valley National Park. And there actually was chemical spills in the dump there. But other than that, most of what I've found, I think it's a bunch of bunk. I'm going to have to say that even though I'm not a debunker, and I don't like debunkers, I'm going to have to say, I think this is debunked for the most part. I will say that I was able to find one story that dates back to 1967, which is about 7 years prior to the government taking the land and forcing everybody out, that spoke of a cult called the W cult. It was a cult of Satanists, and then there's a lot of talk about the satanic group that basically kind of founded the area, founded the town, or at least started in that area. Other than that, I haven't even really been able to find a whole lot of information about that. Now, I will say this, that prior to the founding of Boston Mills, or the Boston area of Ohio, there were a couple of Native American tribes. They were both Algonquin tribes, and Algonquin Native Americans, they do have Wendigo stories in their folklore. And we did cover the Wendigo, but I will go ahead and touch on that again. But other than the Wendigo, I haven't really been able to find a whole lot that really goes on. The Wendigo story is more based on a person that, did the unthinkable. They committed one of the most vile acts that a human being can commit, as far as cannibalism. And then other than that, though, when a person, according to their folklore, once a person commits the act of cannibalism, now, they open themselves up for an evil spirit to come into them, and, they are taken over, and they basically change physically, emotionally, spiritually, the whole 9 yards. And they become a very dangerous creature. And I know the Wendigo is a big deal in the Great Lakes region with the Native American tribes in that area. But other than, some Wendigo folklore, there's not really a lot. The other thing, one of the stories that was told, and once again, this was told after the fact, was about the Peninsula Python. And it was a python that had got mutated due to, the chemical spills in the dump area there, which once again, the chemical spills, that's a true thing. That actually did happen. I did watch a video. It was a news video. They were talking about the Cuyahoga Valley, and in this video they did, they went and showed pictures of the dump where there were barrels of chemicals that were just thrown out there, not properly disposed of, and this crap was leaking out into the ground. But other than just the urban legend about this giant snake that supposedly is still there today, there's no evidence, no proof of it. And the other thing was mutated humans. Of course, I haven't actually even found any actual stories of anybody that actually has seen what they claim to be a mutated human. Nobody will come on the record about it. Now, could that partially be fear-based? It could be. But in the same token, you would think that somebody would eventually come on the record about it. Now, I will say that, people are fearful of coming out with things because, especially, if they're afraid of being chastised, they're afraid of being, whatever they're afraid of being, getting in trouble, anything like that. So, I do get that, but usually something like this should actually, there should be somebody willing to come on the record. And I don't mean in a mockumentary type, just movie of something that could be going on. Usually, now I will say that supposedly there have been, now I don't even know the names of these paranormal groups, but these paranormal groups have claimed to have been to the area and picked up a lot of paranormal activity. Now, a town as old as Boston, Ohio, that doesn't surprise me. That does not surprise me that there would not be some sort of haunting, something paranormal that is there. The town itself was founded in like 1804. So that does not surprise me that paranormal groups would come across something, because I guarantee you, if you would go if you'd go across America to every little town, not just the big places like, the famous places like Gettysburg and, the Cecil Hotel and all this, you go to every little town in America, you're going to find something. Actually, not even just in America. Every little town across the world, around the world, you're going to find paranormal activity of some sort. Now, it may be residual, some of it may be intelligent. We covered that several months back in a video, the difference between residual and intelligent hauntings. And you may even find some, darker stuff. The claims with Boston, or Helltown as they call it, even, that the church there that has the upside down crosses, well, that was a style of architecture that was a Gothic, what'd they call it? They've got a name for it. It's some Gothic something or another architecture. That's not satanic, but there are claims that there have been people that have seen, satanic cult rituals, just like the claims of mass ritual murders. But can't find any names, so I'm gonna have to say, as much as I hate to do this, that's debunked. As much as I hate debunking and that whole rigmarole, it just is what it is. I'm debunking Helltown. I don't think there's anything out of the normal more than is just normal out of the normal. Yeah, it's a ghost town, and how much of it also is that they didn't get the houses tore down until 2016. So people would drive through there and see all these empty, abandoned houses. and it's just eerie. And that little bit of eeriness is what led to people maybe, just making stories up. I hate to say that because I wasn't there. But people, when they, sometimes seeing things that is kind of eerie, sometimes that will drive people to see things that they're not actually seeing, or imagine things. And once again, I wasn't there, so I can't say that that's the case. But no more information than what is there about this place. No eyewitness accounts. People willing to go on the record with eyewitness testimony. I really cannot, I really just can't put any more stock into it than that. The Native American tribes that lived in that area, sure, maybe there was something there at one time, but once again, no real eyewitness accounts, no eyewitness testimony. I have to say that, in my opinion, I don't believe there's really anything going on there other than, just maybe it's an old area. There were people lived and died there for almost 200 years. And that's just where we're going to have to leave it. If you guys like today's video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Share this with your friends. Share it with your family. Anybody else that may like to hear some uneducated truck driver talk about his opinions about things that he likes to talk about. I think we are going to have to get into some more maybe paranormal, supernatural stuff. Get away from the conspiracy theory stuff a little bit for a while. It's fun once in a while. I did cut my teeth on it, but it's time to get back to some fun stuff. Guys, once again, thank you for the support. Thank you for the continued support. We are growing, and hopefully we can continue to grow. Hopefully we can continue to grow, to unimaginable numbers. If we do, we do. If we don't, we don't. I'm having fun, and it's the viewers that continue to support me that I do it for. But do me a favor, guys. Love yourselves. Love each other. Peace out.